Okay, here we are. We're back again, and this is going to be the final update for Monday, February 5th, 2024. One thing I'd like to talk about before I rattle off the other plays that I like today, uh, money management and discipline and knowledge of the game is what's going to make you ha- have any chance at success in doing this. If you don't have money management, discipline, and knowledge of the game, whatever it might be, all right. And I'm not just talking sports. I mean, that could be playing slot machines. That could be, believe it or not, there's methods to playing slot machines, all right? Roulette, craps, blackjack. I mean, you know, if you go, I've seen so many people, I would say, and I don't think I'm exaggerating. Throughout my lifetime, I have seen probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 90% of people go into a casino or they sports bet or they do some form of gambling and they're not looking at it, okay, in a as a form of an investment, okay, and that's the way you really got to look at it. It's, most people who most financial advisors on Wall Street, certified financial planners, et cetera, they're always going to tell you that, you know, the best way that you're going to get to where you want to be as far as being an investor is it's got to be over a period of time. All right. And that period of time is not, say, tomorrow. It's not a year from now. It could be maybe 10 years from now. Or if a person is, say, in between, if they're, say, 20, 25, 28 years old, it could be a period of, say, 30 years. Okay. Um, because what's going to happen, and this happens with betting on any form of gambling, okay, sports, anything, what goes up does come down. But you got to know that's why a legitimate investment advisor, no matter what it might be in this world, okay, whatever you're going to invest in, they're if they're legitimate, they're going to tell you that what you got to do is you got to look at things over a period of time because we live in the United States where I live. Uh, the economy is known as a cyclical economy. All right, we know that the economy right now, Wall Street's, the Dow Jones Industrial and the S&P 500 is going through the roof. Okay, it's breaking records, things of that nature. Conversely, I remember I lived through the economic crisis of '08, 2008. You couldn't buy a job. All right. There were so many people out of work. They gave people like 99 weeks unemployment. Okay. Uh, and it took a good 5, 6, 7 years to come out of that. And with that being said, manage your money. For example, if you have, say, first off, you have to start with a bankroll. Okay. If you got $50 and you think you're going to turn it into 5 million, uh, it, it's not going to happen. All right. If it does, you basically have a better chance of uh, getting hit by lightning twice. All right. If you have a bankroll, for example, with the money management of $10,000, divide it by 100. Okay. If you divide by 100, uh, 10,000 by 100, then you get the number 100. So what you do is every single day, no matter how many plays that you play, whether it's one play or it's 100 plays, okay? And this is sports betting. There's other money management techniques for gaming. I'm not going to get into that right now, okay? And those are table games, slots, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But there all comes down to managing your money, because remember, tomorrow's another day. All right. It's going to be there tomorrow. Not every day is going to be your day. You're not going to win every day. And anyone who tells you that they win every day, or that they're hitting 90, 80, 70 percent, like all the time, all right, there may be times when they do, but if they tell you they're doing that every time out, they are lying. Okay. I've been doing this a long time, and you're basically a genius if you hit 60%. Okay. You are a genius, and you can make some serious money winning 60%. As a matter of fact, if you win less than 60%, somewhere between 56 and 60, you're still going to make a nice return on your money, on your investment. All right. Okay. So I went over bankroll. All right. Remember, we only risk 5% of our bankroll every day. All right. So, for instance, if you had 5 plays you like, then you would risk $100 on every play with a $10,000 bankroll. Knowledge of the game. Look it up on the internet. Read books. Do whatever you have to do. Whatever you want to. There's plenty of information out there. Learn what the hell you're betting on. Don't be foolish like so many people that I've seen throughout my life. And be disciplined, okay? Be able to walk away or stop what you're doing if if you've had a bad day and you've lost, okay? Don't chase losses, all right? Now, if you go back the next day and you're losing, and you go back the next day and you lose again, you go back the next day, after a few days, okay, and let's say you may have lost 20 or 25, 30% of your bankroll. There's nothing wrong with taking a time out. And what you could do is just start rearranging what you're doing and start picking bets, okay, without actually betting on them, and see what happens. You got to kind of come out of the slump. It's kind of like in baseball when a hitter goes into a slump, and they may be hitting 350, like a consistent batter. They're always well above 300, maybe 350 or so. All right. But then all of a sudden, somewhere during the season, they start batting. They're not where they usually are. It's called a slump. Everything in life goes into a slump. I don't care what it is, right? You could have a business selling hot dogs, okay? And one month, man, you make more money than you've ever seen before in that business. The next month, you can lose money, okay? It's just the way it goes in a capitalistic economy. So what am I talking about? Bankroll, right? Money management, proper bankroll, knowledge of the game, and discipline. Discipline is what's going to keep you in, okay? And if you can do all this in the long run, you will come out on the positive side of what you invested, okay? I've been doing this a long time, like over 25 years. I know what I'm talking about. And I could tell you stories that you wouldn't believe that I've seen people do throughout the years. And, I've done foolish things too. How do you think I learned? And how do you think I know what I'm doing now? Because we learn from our mistakes, okay? With that being said, I'm gonna come back with some more plays. I just have to upload this information video. Thank you all.